Coming up this week on UB Basketball Insider, it's a day in the life basketball edition as we spend the day with CJ Massenberg and Nick Perkins. Head coach Nate Oates talks about his highly touted recruiting class, the highest ranked in school history. Women's coach Felicia Leggett-Jack reflects on her team's rise after a successful trip out west. All that plus our players of the week and top 5 plays. It's all coming up on UB Basketball Insider.
You will take it!
We didn't give up, we kept fighting.
Every single possession!
We just got to figure out a way to win a game.
Basketball fans, on your feet. Here come your Bulls.
Stolen by Massenberg, dunked with the right hand. Flashy no-look pass over to Summerhead. Wilkins three, good. Right the follow dunk. Sensational move from the freshman.
Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to UB Basketball Insider. My name is Paul Peck. The Bulls men's team home today here at UB's Alumni Arena. It's a 2 p.m. tip-off against Central Penn. When you come out to watch the game, you will clearly notice on the court, CJ Massenberg and Nick Perkins know how to work together. They are friends. They came into school the same year as both are juniors. They are teammates on the court and off the court. So earlier this summer, we teamed up to spend a day in the life with Perk and CJ.
Welcome to our crib. We're gonna give you a day in the life. I'm CJ. Nick. This is real quick, you know. I don't be having a lot of time in the morning. As you see right there, my freshman year, got the MAC title ring. You ready to get out here? Let's get it, man. Ooh, what a beautiful day.
We got actually 2 workouts. I'm going at 8. I got the early bird. It's about 7:40 now, so we got to go in here and get it going, man.
Come on! You're down and back! Let's go!
Time to shower. 1, 2, 3. Down, run.
Last year we came a little short, dealt with a lot of stuff. But this year I feel like we can get it. If we gel together the right way, we should come out with a new ring. Pretty much do too much heavy stuff. We do more basketball workouts, you know, like resistance against the band, agility stuff. We do a lot of stuff with our legs though, which I think is good.
You see them lined up. Just a little protein for after the workout, after the lift. I ain't gonna drink this after we get done lifting though. He just like to, Coach Nolan's like to have them set up. So when we get done, we just get right to it.
We're almost there.
6 over here, 8 over here, 4 sets.
Come up into it!
So we got Brock and Perk in the front. Everybody in the front.
No, all of you were on.
Everybody in the front. So next thing you know, Wade hit, boom, the water come all on the boat. So we think, oh, then that mother hit again, boom, the boat start tilting like that. I went to running. That was crazy, bro.
2 workouts, good lift, good on the court, you know, work. Yeah, so we about to go in the locker room, probably shower a little, you know, try it out, go to academics, man.
We'll catch y'all later.
See y'all academics. Hey, this is a visual glimpse, man. Look at bro in here, one-on-one with the tutor, you know. You see him, man, we don't play around here.
Are you working hard?
Just got good academics, done for the day. We're gonna go to the barber shop. So we're gonna hop in the Jeep and get it going for real.
Let's get it.
Back in action, big fella.
You apply that pressure, man. Now, we're finna get something to eat.
8:45. Wife of a student athlete, man. Your day start early and late.
What's up? You trying to get that 2K started?
Yeah, we get it going. Hey, we get it cracking in here, man. Got some idols up here.
We got this hat when we went to the tournament, March Madness. One more?
Give me that.
L1, boy! What's wrong with you? Man, thank y'all for tuning in to A Day in the Life with CJ.
Your boy Nick, man.
Man, we're about to go finish our food, then I'm gonna finish kicking him at 2K, and then we're gonna lay it down and get ready for the morning.
Hey, day in the life. You know what it is.
Coming up, Coach Oates gives us the rundown on the highly ranked players that will wear the blue and white next year. That's next on UB Basketball Insider. Buffalo sports fans, let's make it loud in Alumni Arena on Saturday, December 16th when the UB men's basketball team hosts Robert Morris at 2 p.m. Then on Monday, December 18th, make plans to attend Mayhem on the main stage when UB Wrestling moves from Alumni Arena to the Center for the Arts to take on in-state rival Cornell. It's two great events the whole family will enjoy. For tickets and more information, call 877-UB there or visit UBBowls.com. UB Athletics proudly invites you to etch your name into history with a personalized brick on the new Stampede Plaza. Join us in celebrating UB's rich heritage and exciting future. Call 833-551-5702 or visit bricksforbowls.com.
Welcome back to UB Basketball Insider. This segment is presented by CEFQ, changing lives every day.
Welcome back to UB Basketball Insider. My name is Paul Peck, now joined by Bulls head coach Nate Oates. Team in action today, 2 o'clock tip-off here at Alumni Arena against Central Penn. But earlier in the week, Nate, some interesting numbers come out. The first RPI rankings of the year. Your team is 81, which is the highest ranked team in the Mid-American Conference. Do you pay much attention to that kind of stuff? Does it at all sort of verify what you already know about your team?
I mean, it's mainly our strength of schedule. We played a lot better teams than the other teams in the MAC probably have at this point, but that stuff all kind of figures itself out in the end. So, no, I don't pay a ton of it. I pay a lot more attention to, like, effective field goal percentage defense and rebounding numbers and the numbers that actually you can discuss with the players and they can change on the floor. All the rankings and stuff don't matter a whole lot.
All right. Now, the other thing about playing bigger games like that is it appeals to people on a national basis, and that leads to recruiting, which is what we wanted to talk a little bit about today. That all goes towards putting your program on the minds of players to consider coming here, and you're coming off what I think, without any question, is the most successful recruiting year you've ever had with 3 really high-level players that will be a part of the Bulls next year. Tell everybody a little bit about what goes into sort of raising your program to that level and being able to sit down with a Janathan Williams and convince a kid who's one of the top 100 players in the country that he wants to come here.
I mean, they do definitely want to play against higher level teams, so we're going to schedule them, and we've already got some really good ones scheduled for the following year. So that's part of it. Part of it's winning. I mean, they want to go to a place that's been in the tournament. Nobody's been to the tournament more in the last 3 years than we have here in Buffalo and the MAC at least. But part of it too is, I mean, these guys, whether they actually make it to the NBA or not, will remain to be seen. But who would have thought that Weber State was the best place for Damian Lillard to go, or Steph Curry to Davidson, or Elfrid Payton to Louisiana Lafayette, or Norris Cole to Cleveland State? I mean, you've got to go somewhere where you can play your game and not be pigeonholed into, being just a role guy, limited, like turn into a robot for like 3 years until your senior year. So guys want to have the opportunity to play right away. We give them that. I mean, we're playing our 2 freshmen right now, pretty heavy minutes. We've started freshmen here in the past. CJ played a lot. Perk played a ton as a freshman. So they've got the opportunity to play right away, and they've got the opportunity to play in a system that's a little bit more free-flowing and gives them a lot of freedom, and that's what kids want to do. And then you obviously build a relationship with them and sell them on that stuff.
Give us a little brief headlines on the 3 guys that are part of next year's class. I mentioned Janathan Williams from Rochester, Rondo Segou from down in Florida, and Jarvion Hamlet.
Yeah, so Rondo's, Wes is our only senior, so we had to get a point guard. We wanted to get a high school point guard that we felt like could play right away. So Rondo's will be a true point guard, and he's quick. I mean, he's different than anything we got right now. Like, Devontae's kind of bigger, stronger. Rondo's quicker. The ball's on a string. I mean, he's like a highlight reel. He's got like almost 100,000 followers on Instagram. He's like a YouTube celebrity. He's got all that going. So he'll be fun, but he's a great kid. Like I love, all 3 of them are really good kids. Javion's a junior college kind of combo guard. I mean, he averaged like 16 and 8 his freshman year at the junior college he went to. But he's actually going to do what Carruthers did. He's not going to play. He's going to have 3 years left starting next year. He's going to come here second semester, so he'll practice with us all spring, get really familiar with the program, and have 3 years left starting next year. So we're really excited about him. And then Janathan's a combo forward, can play 3-4, shoots it like a 2 guard, like really versatile. It's similar to Jeremy, but a little bit bigger, stronger. And I mean, with him, it was one of those deals. He's from Rochester. He's going to prep school in California. We're home. We had a relationship with him longer than anybody. He trusts us to have his best interests at heart. He's a loyal kid. And the name on the front of the jersey wasn't as big to him as the relationship he had. And can you get where he wants to get coming here? Like, I think you can. It's been proven you can do that. He wants to be a pro, and he's in the gym all the time. He's a gym rat. Like, I love that about him. So I'm super excited about these 3 kids coming for next year.
Yeah, can't wait to see all of them wearing the blue and white here starting in 2018. It's a home game today for Nate's team against Central Penn, a 2 o'clock tip-off here at Alumni Arena. Coach, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Coming up, Coach Jack looks back at a successful trip to the Arizona State Classic and highlights key players from the Bulls' hot start to the season.
Welcome back to UB Basketball Insider. This segment is presented by Town BMW, the official auto partner of UB Athletics.
Welcome back to UB Basketball Insider, and fresh from jet setting to all of these tropical locations. We haven't seen you in a while, Felicia Leggett. Jack, you've been too busy in Florida and Arizona, but you've been busy winning a lot of basketball games as well, too.
It's been a lot of fun. These young ladies deserve an opportunity to go in the sun, in the warm weather, and to enjoy themselves a little, but also take care of business.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about and recap some of those tournament performances. Your team today in another exotic locale, which is New York City, where your team will play at Columbia today. And we won't get to see you here at home until the turn of the year in 2018. We're going to miss you over the next couple of weeks. But as you get ready for this stretch of road games, it is interesting to note that the latest and really the first RPI rankings of the season have come out. Your team is 22nd. That is the highest ranked team in the Mid-American Conference.
Well, we're working hard. These things that we're doing right now is really neat, and it's good to see that we're taking steps throughout the country to get better. But we have so much more to do. We have so much more that we want to get accomplished, and so many things that we got to get better at. And so Louis does a great job of reminding me of where we are. But for us as coaches, we are really just kind of locked in trying to get our young ladies better so that we can continue to go through March.
All right, last weekend, the trip to Arizona State to take part in the Arizona State Classic, and you open up with a top 25 ranked team in the Sun Devils, and then you come back the very next day and you put on a very good performance in an 80-53 win over UNLV. Sum up the whole trip and the 2 games for everyone.
Well, I love what we did against Arizona State. I think that they're a fantastic team and a hard team to beat, particularly at home. We didn't do well. We didn't finish the game as the winners, but after watching film, I recognize that we did some really great things, and then going back the next day and bouncing back and going after UNLV and beating them by 27 points, I think it was. That says a lot about our character and what we've come to do.
One of the stars emerging in that UNLV game is a young lady we've seen bits and pieces of throughout the beginning of the season, but she's new to your program, and that's Autumn Jones. She goes for a career-high 15 points in that game.
You know, she's a young lady that, she's just, you take the cap off this young lady, she goes 100 miles an hour, and sometimes her speed is too much for our team. And not that it's bad, it's just doesn't fit. And so we've been trying to figure out where does she fit to get out there and really just go out there and do her thing. And so sitting her down for a long time in the first half, putting in Leka Sadade first, and then bringing in Tessie Anuka, and then bringing her in when everybody else's legs are getting a little bit tired, and open up the can and let her do what she can do. And she put on a 10-0 run by herself. And then the second half, she was able to give us a little bit more energy. So I like what we're trying to do. It's not always the best players that always start. It's just putting those pieces in the right place on this great puzzle we're trying to create.
Sierra Dillard had 18 points in each of those games out at Arizona State, and even when we go back to the games down in Florida, she had 25 points against Nebraska. Particularly with Stephanie Reed being out, she has obviously accepted a little bit larger role, but the performance has raised itself as well.
She's one of those young ladies that just sweeps the shed. She doesn't really care what she has to do to help her team win. She just want to win. She got to go for 25 to win. Let's go. I have to give out 7 assists. She said, let's go. If I have to get the deflections or the steals, that's what she'll do. I like her humility. I love her energy. I love her oneness that she's creating for this team.
And I feel like another player who's very similar at another level, but a kind of a player who does a little bit of everything well and has been doing that this year is Catherine Upps.
Catherine Epps is the person that we call our stabilizer. She's one of those young ladies that brings her lunchbox, sits it down, does the work, and goes back to the library and study and gets you a 3.98 GPA. Why? Because she just wants success for all around her, including herself. And so if she has to take the shot, she will. If she has to do the dirty work and defend and play the power forward or the 3 or the 2 or even the 1 at sometimes, she's willing to do it all. I just love what she brings. It's not things that you can always see on the scores table, but she's something, if you remove her from the equation, you know that you're not going to be as good.
All right, well, we're going to miss you here for the rest of 2017 because we won't see you again at home until 2018. Good luck in today's game on the road at Columbia, and we'll celebrate the new year with you when you get rolling into MAC play.
I just hope that everyone come out and support women's basketball. We're working really hard to make this community proud, and I just want to thank you for all that you do as well. Thank you so much.
Coming up, we've got the Players of the Week and the top 5 plays. UB Basketball Insider returns right after this.
For nearly 100 years, ECMC has brought hope and healing to Western New York. I'm living proof, and I couldn't be more grateful. Like cancer, we all hope trauma will never happen to us. But when it does, we can rely on ECMC to always be there. I hope you join me to be there for them and help them build their new state-of-the-art trauma center and emergency department. Visit supportecmctrauma.org to help learn how you can support life-saving care.
This is UB Basketball Insider, presented by ECMC, the difference between healthcare and true care.
Welcome back to UB Basketball Insider. My name is Paul Peck, inside the UB Basketball Conference Center here at UB's Alumni Arena. It is time for our Players of the Week. On the women's side, we once again highlight Sierra Dillard, whose all-tournament performance last weekend helped the Bulls go 1-1 at the Arizona State Classic. Last Sunday, Dillard was the catalyst behind UB's 80-53 win over UNLV as she netted 18 points and 5 assists while shooting 4 of 9 from behind the arc. The junior from Rochester leads the Bulls in points per game, assists, and steals. And for the men's team, it was junior big man Nick Perkins, who stood out in last week's clash against Big Four rival St. Bonaventure. Perkins tied for the team lead with 21 points against the Bonnies, while pulling down a season-high 8 rebounds.
It's time now for the top 5 plays of the week, brought to you by ECMC. The difference between healthcare and true care. Number 5.
Top of the arc, Harris. Much shorter Barton on him. He'll hand it away to Carruthers, though, at 6 on the shot clock. Shot clock at 3 as Carruthers have to do something with it. Dribbled by Barton, scoops it up and in right before the horn sounds.
8 of 9 shooting for Dante Carruthers. One of the reasons most of his baskets have been from that range.
Number 4.
Rebound tip to Graves for Buffalo. Javon bounces it to Jordan. One hands it back to Javon. Scoop shot off the glass, good, and a foul. Javon Graves will have a chance now to tie the game with an and one.
And Graves showing good explosiveness.
Number 3.
Massenberg between the circles. Left wing Graves. Lobs it for Perkins in the left blocks. Cross-court pass to Jordan for a right corner 3. Got it. Devontae Jordan's 8th 3 of the season.
Great pass, great look, and the steal.
And now a steal by Reese, he lays it in. Immediately a turnover for Niagara, point for Buffalo, and UB has a 31-17 lead, and Niagara has called a timeout.
Number 2.
Tate from the right wing, lost the dribble off his thigh. Carruthers dives on top of it, shovels it ahead to Massenberg for the wide open two-hand dunk.
Nice pass, nice steal. Massenberg 25 points on the night.
Number 1.
Now starts to probe the lane, dishes right to Mobley, stepping into a 3, leaves it short. It bounces off the rim to Perkins. Nick ahead to Graves, 2-on-1 Buffalo break. Here's a lob, Reese finishes at the rim, slamming it through, freshman on the alley-oop.
Reese, known for his dunks, gets his first of the game. Bulls cut the lead to 2.
Well, that'll do it for this week's show. Don't forget, the Bulls men's team home today, a 2 p.m. tip-off against Central Penn right here at Alumni Arena. We will see you next week for the next edition of UB Basketball Insider.